Special greetings to every single person watching this. I really have been, oh man, it's been inside of me to really get this message to you guys. And I want to talk today about social media, okay? About the dangers and about things that you should and shouldn't do, and things that you probably don't know that you should know. And I've listed it here on my little notepad, and I just want to go through this quickly, guys. So, at the end, I'm going to tell you guys a shocking revelation that I believe I had about social media, and I just want to get into this. So the kinds of people that you're going to find on social media, let's just go through this list. You're going to find that they are stalkers. You're going to find that there are people who traffic women and children. You're going to find people that spy on you. I'm pretty sure that you know that you're always being watched. Sometimes it's even family. Sad thing is, you've also got hackers that are constantly on social media looking to hack people's accounts for their money, for their information, to clone their accounts. Sadly, you've also got a lot of pedophiles on social media who are watching you and your children. Another thing, as you can imagine, all your enemies, really, they sit and they go through your social media and they watch you day and night waiting for a move. So not to mention those that you have, your colleagues, your friends and family. Social media can be a very sacred place for you, and it is a place where people watch you. And even though people try to put their best impressions on social media, that is where you are creating and building a digital identity for yourself, and you're also opening yourself up to the world. So yes, you are a publisher, and you might feel like you've got freedom to do what you want. But you got to be careful, because I'm going to give you some things just to think about and to ponder on. And I want to go into this. So here's a warning. Okay, your info should remain private at all times. And I really mean this. I'm going to get into a couple of things that's happened to me. So do not upload your credit card details and save it to your pages. And I just want to tell you guys why. I opened up, I think, 5 business accounts for people. And I had their and my credit card details loaded, and when my account got hacked, somehow I had 2 different email addresses, and I had a business email address and I had a Gmail email address, and somehow they changed it from my Gmail to my business email address. And the problem is, I shut that business account down, so I no longer had access to those emails. So when I was trying to get into Facebook, I was using my Gmail, and it kept rejecting my Gmail, saying that it was now going to my business account, my business email, and I no longer had access to that. And I phoned the IT guys, and they said, look, this is going to cost you a lot of money to do, and it's not 100% guarantee that if we get you this exact same email that you will start receiving the emails. So basically, I lost access to a Facebook page that I created. It's still on the net. I lost access to my personal Facebook account that I had for, I think I opened it in 2009. It got hacked in 2021. So it was a long time. Now, what started happening is the people that hacked my account, they were going into my business pages, which not only were mine, but clients of mine, and they were busy, obviously, using our credit cards to run ads. So we managed to stop this at the bank, but imagine we didn't catch this in time. So I just want to tell you guys, it's a real warning. And people, once they get access into your account, they can post some things that will destroy you, and people won't always know that your account was hacked. They can post something racialistic. They can post a terrible picture about you, and this will come back to haunt you. Maybe it's a nude selfie you've sent somewhere, or some jealous ex. Just be careful. So I want to continue. People can also steal your pictures and identity. How many times I've seen my friends who have a business, or they're a model or something, and someone steals their pictures and opens up false accounts. This basically can give you a bad reputation, and this can also destroy whatever work you are trying to do, or whatever name you are trying to build for yourself. So be very careful, but there's some good news coming, don't worry. The other thing is, people can use previous pictures against you for cyberbullying or even blackmail you. Yes, this has happened to me in my 20s. I sent some pictures to a girl, and she wanted to use those pictures against me and add all my friends. And I actually told her, you know what, go ahead. So you just got to be very, very careful, because yes, people will do that. And when you're sending nude pictures to people, believe you me, when it doesn't work out, those people are going to use those pictures against you. So just be very, very careful when it comes to that. Just a useful tool that I have learned to use is called Image Web Search. So just look for Image Web Search. There's a few apps. So what this does is when you suspect that someone is using a account, and you can usually see when it's someone else's pictures because it's slightly blurry, it's pixelated, and you will see that they don't have a lot of engagement. They don't use a lot of photos, so they only use like 2 or 3. So use Image Web Search and then run their pictures through Image Web Search, and will usually give you the identity. I have been 50% blessed when I do this, that I can find out who the real person is, because often you get some beautiful woman who adds you, and you fall in love and you think this is the one, and then next thing you realize that you've been scammed. So be very careful. This didn't happen to me, but it happened to me on a dating app. I thought I was talking to someone, and it turned out I was talking to Baskin Champion. And a friend, when she showed me this tool, I was so grateful. So be careful, guys. Yes, people are that bored, and people are that cruel and evil that they will do anything to deceive you and get money out of you. And sometimes you're thinking, hey, this woman is beautiful, and shame, she needs my help, she needs my money. And you'll be a fool when you give your money over to someone you don't know. And I titled this The Dangers of Social Media, because these are the real dangers, okay? So you need to be very, very careful. You need to realize that all eyes are on you when you're on social media. Not all eyes that you want to be on you are on you. So do not put your address or place of work on your personal social media. It actually has nothing to do with anyone. Keep that private. Remember, guys, we're talking about hackers, stalkers, pedophiles, your enemies, constantly watching you. So the more information you give them, the more of a target you will become. Do not upload pictures of your kids, especially in their school clothes. I have no idea. This really puzzles me. Do you understand that we live in a world so evil that people, when you become enemies with someone, they will go after your loved ones, and sometimes they will do that to hurt you. Now, when you are putting photos of your children, they're identifying your children, they know what they look like, they can start building up a profile on them. The worst thing is when you put them in their school clothes and you say, oh look, my kid is going back to school today. Guys, don't let them see which uniform they're in, which school they go to. This really, kids are precious. So protect them and protect their identity. Don't put them out on your social media. You have no idea about the pedophiles sitting there building up profiles. And understand, I share a lot of missing people on my social media, and it's all a lot of times it's kids and adults. So be very careful about this, guys. So I just want to also put this one here. Be very cautious about leaving digital footprints of your favorite restaurants, clubs, and so on, as people, this will help people trace you and your location. So I see so many people, they don't have too much information here, but I don't see their telephone number or their email address, but I can see which area they live in by the restaurants they keep going to and the events that they keep doing. So you can start to already track, okay, this person, this is what they look like, and this is the area they live in, and this is the types of places they like to go. So you can make yourself a target by doing this. Just something as well, avoid telling people what church or gym you go to. A lot of times people are so proud to say, oh, this is what gym I go to, this is what church. Be careful. Again, you're opening yourself up, giving too much information to people that don't need to know that. So just be mindful of that. Never post out of anger. So a lot of people get emotional, and what they will do is they'll blurt stuff out on social media, and then that stuff gets used against you. And I'm going to refer here again. Remember, guys, your friends, your work colleagues, your boss, these people watch your social media. You also can ruin your chances of employment, because the first thing I do when I'm going to employ someone, I get their name on their ID book, and I go look for them on social media. And if I see you are drunk, and I see that you are swearing, and you're too political, and you throw racialistic things, or you're too controversial, I think to myself, do I want to work with that person? And the answer is probably no. I do not want someone to ruin my reputation that I've worked years and years to fix or repair, or to put my name out there. Now I got someone ruining my reputation. So I won't hire those people. So be careful what you post on social media, because it will come back to bite you. A lot of people have been sued. A lot of people have been imprisoned. A lot of people have lost their jobs because they've posted something racialistic or political Some people even posted when they were impatient at an airport that they're going to blow the airport up. And they were just angry. They weren't really going to do it, and they got locked up. Don't accept friend requests from strangers. I'm going to tell you guys, I understand that everybody loves getting attention, or you love getting your ego fed. And it's nice to have likes and hearts and comments on your social media. I get it. I'm a YouTuber, and I enjoy when I have a good algorithm going and I get a lot of views. But be careful, guys, because not everyone who you accept their friend request actually wants to be your friend. People want to spy on you. People want to get information out of you. And another thing, guys, you know, when you've got these big databases, and the moment you accept a friend request, the person's friend request whom you accepted now feels entitled to speak to you. So when they start speaking to you and you start rejecting them, they will get personal. And these are sometimes what I refer back to as the stalkers, the hackers, the traffickers. You've got to be very, very careful how you treat people on social media, because you do not know them. Some of these guys are like IT wizard kings, and they will destroy your life. They will clone your life, and they will steal from you, and they will ruin you, and they'll get hold of your nasty information, like pictures that you don't want them to get hold of, and they will expose you. So just be careful. Now, I'll avoid adding people that I even know. So people that I know, people that I sometimes fellowship with, certain people I will not add. Okay, that's just me. Certain people that I gym with, or certain people that I know, I'm not going to add them. But I'll tell you what, if you send me a friend request and you know that 9/11 was an inside job and you're a complete stranger, I will definitely accept your friend request, and so we can talk about conspiracies. That's just me. So now, I want to get into some security features that you can add. All right, so I really want you guys to spend some time, watch some tutorials, but just a couple of things that I've learned is use an email address that isn't used for any other accounts or your online banking. So some people use one Gmail address for everything: their social media, their crypto wallets, their crypto accounts, their online banking. And if those people get that email address, they can already start thinking, oh, let's look at a password for this person. It happened to me. Just be very, very careful, guys. I had someone nearly access my Gmail the other day, and it was actually a crypto app that I was trying to download. They wanted to get access into my Gmail. Now, if someone gets access into your Gmail, you're done. So use a separate Gmail, a private Gmail that nobody's got access to, that nobody knows. Use that for your social media, for your online banking, and whatever apps you want to use, okay? Keep your profile on private. I can't stress this enough. People don't seem to... You have your profile all open, and how many times when I greet people with a happy birthday message, I see all the porn that you've been tagged in. You poor person, you don't realize it, but keep your profile on private. Don't allow people to get into your profile, okay? Use 2FA. So 2FA is two-factor authenticator. So what this is this is now something you can set up on your crypto wallets or your crypto accounts or your social media, that if people want to get in, they need to go to your 2FA. So this is a code that it's a 6-digit code that changes every 15 seconds. And then this is a great security feature to have, because even if someone hacks your Gmail or your cell phone number, they still can't get into your account without the 2FA code. So that's really a great safety feature. Another thing you want to do is do not tag your friends in events, as this allows unwanted people to follow your social circle. So I spoke about this before. If a stalker cannot get through to you, the stalker will start adding your friends, and they will start to hang out with your friends and make conversation there. And before you know it, you might have a stalker, and that you didn't invite, but they came through your friends because you gave away information, who your friends are, where you hang out. So just be careful. Make sure that people don't have online, they don't have your cell phone number and your email address. Because once you have those two things, it's easy to start fishing around and seeing where the account belongs and who runs that account. So just be careful. And you know, a lot of people use social media for dating. I get it, and I understand it. I was there once too, and I met a lot of people, a lot of friends. But just some dating tips, guys, you know, and this is really important. Social media, and just remember, when you're pursuing someone, they will check to see who you are following. If you're following the opposite sex models, they will lose interest in you. How many times people looking for someone, and they don't want a player, they're looking for someone serious. Now you just happen to be that person that likes, good looking people, so you start adding and accepting a lot of these friend requests. The truth is, you're actually possibly scaring someone who's potentially interested in you. So yes, social media can give you a bad reputation, a bad name. So I know, guys, because every time I went out in the past, and a girl would be like, oh wow, you seem to be friends with all the typical stuck-up models. I didn't realize this, so I actually went and I started cleaning up my social media, and I started removing a lot of these people. And also, I didn't want to see it anymore. I didn't want to see all this flesh on my social media. And when I was on Instagram and I by accident pressed the home button, it's like just instant porn and soft porn, and I was just like, oh man. So just be careful, guys, because if you're looking to meet a spouse, keep your social media clean, guys. Okay, so I just want to get to this point. This is my last point and final point. And yes, this is, for me, this was a revelation that I got from the Lord. Now, yes, I'm a born-again believer, and I pray and I ask God, give me wisdom, discernment, and revelation, and all those things. And I know one thing, that these social media companies are data companies. They want your data, and they take that data and they give it to governments. And if you look in China, what's happened, they're starting to give people, they're really watching them, giving them a bad score. So like, you're either a good citizen or a bad citizen, and then they punish you and they slap you on the wrist and they censor your profile. I just want to explain this. These little avatars that you've been seeing and this metaverse that looks so cool, I want you to actually look at that symbol of the metaverse. Go see what it means. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Do that research. Another thing, these avatars, understand that when you are taking your phone like this and you are scanning, like I do this for crypto accounts, that they can see facial recognition. I don't like this, but it's a KYC thing. They want to see that I only have one account. Whatever their reasons are, I comply. So I scan my face up and down, left and right. They see now exactly what my facial features look like. They've got all my information. They've got my fingerprint from my phone. They've got my email address and telephone number from social media. They're really building this all up. But this week, I've been pushing this video for a long time. I've been putting it off, but I've been pushing to get it out. But this week, the Lord gave me quite a interesting dream. And I woke up and I said, that must have been a warning from the Lord. Understand, guys, that we are living in an information age where government, private, and certain companies, they want information from people because we are like data for them. They love the data because they get to use that data and they profit from us. Yes, if the social media is free, then it means we are the product. So here's something I want to tell you. They want as much information as possible. So the avatars look very, very cute. But what you are doing is you are giving your facial recognition away. So rather use your dog or your cat and, make your dog or your cat or whatever animal you got. Make that your avatar, okay? But protect your children, because here's what I believe the Lord showed me is they are going to get the information of your kids. And how they are going to get the information of your kids is through Xbox, through PlayStation, through smartphones. What they're going to start to do with this whole metaverse is they're going to start telling us, hey, let's scan your entire body. Let's get your fingerprints. Let's get your voice. Let's get everything about you, your information, telephone number, email address. And what they're going to do is they're going to turn all of you and your kids into avatars. And it might look so cool that you're an avatar and you're in the metaverse and yay, it's all cool. But guess what? In real life, in reality, you have just given your entire family's information away, and your little kids, what they look like, what their age is, everything about them. And this information is going to be used to go to companies that are building up a profile on you. And yes, when we talk about Revelation 13:16, the Antichrist, the beast system, it's a digital system. This we now know. And then when we look at the prophecies of Daniel, when it said information and people traveling to and fro, we are at that point where, yes, these companies and government all indirectly are working for Satan. And these people want your information. And the more information they can gather, the greater control they will have. So yes, this all sounds like conspiracies, but guys, come on. Think about it. How do these people track your kids and then kidnap them and then extract whatever chemicals from them? or use their organs and harvest it. Guys, I'm telling you, this life is so evil. So for those who do not know what adrenochrome is when they kidnap little children, they torture them, they extract that chemical from them, and then that is used like it's a very addictive substance to some politicians and Hollywood celebrities. They use that, and that's their cocaine, their anti-aging. And yes, they get it from children. Now these topics, when you speak about this, people get very uneasy and very uncomfortable, but it's fact that every time there's war, the United Nations and certain armies and certain groups go and they pretend that they're going to rescue these children, they're going to foster these children, when in actual fact these children get trafficked, and so many of these children end up on porn sites. They get sold into slavery. They get sold to rich people as sex slaves. So that is the world we live in. And by the way, social media is a hunting ground. Even Uber. How many Uber drivers, and I'm not saying Uber is a bad company, but how many companies like Uber have got your information? So if I was a trafficker, or I was a kingpin, and I wanted a certain type of child or a certain type of woman or man, yes, I would employ people in the information center, like people who control data, people who control Uber, and I would say to them, you know what, I'm looking for this type of person, find me this type of person. Before you know it, people end up disappearing, people are gone. Can't find them again. They've disappeared. Once someone goes missing, within 72 hours, you will not be able to find them. So I just want to tell you, be very careful, because this world we live in is absolutely wicked. People will do anything to get by, and our social media, it's really an open ground, and we're inviting people into our lives. So maybe I'm a hypocrite sometimes because I put my information out there. I also have to earn a living, so I do my marketing. But you won't see me always posting pictures of kids and pictures of my family and pictures of events, because as much as I want to, show people, hey, this is my life, I also don't need certain people to know information about me. So just be careful that it doesn't happen to you guys. Don't make yourself a target out there. Watch what you post, watch who you talk to. Remember, people feel the moment they send you a friend request and you add, you've basically given them permission to come into your life, to look at your pictures. And man, sometimes people have psychological problems, okay? They do. They live like we do normal lives. The difference is up here, they're not normal. So you don't realize this. You can open the door to one of these people on your social media. You can open the door to bring them into your home, to bring them into your church, or to start making them gym now where you gym. Be very careful, because you don't know people. People, let me tell you something. The more people I meet, the more I go home and I love my little puppy and I love the Lord. And I just say, Lord, I just want to know you more, because I tell you something, I know people. I'm one of the people that was fortunate enough to go through a stage where I had everything I needed, everything I wanted. Then I lost it. Then I got it again. Then I lost it. And then last year got it again. And then again went down. I'm not a very good person when it comes to doing certain things in business, but I'm learning. But what I have learned is people are not to be trusted. You cannot just open the door to anyone and think, hey, come along, welcome, like my pictures, like my YouTube channel, or support me. Just be careful who you invite in the doors. If you don't know someone, be very, very careful. And the whole thing about, opening up my doors to conspiracy theorists, I sometimes do, you know what? But I scan the people's profiles and I see, hey, do we have some common interests? But when I see someone only has like 3 pictures and they're very private, and I see someone never posts but they're always online, I'm very skeptical about people like that. I don't trust people. I have no reason to trust people, because I've seen what people have done to me on social media, how they've blackmailed me when I made mistakes in my 20s. And I just feel like, you know what, don't put your innocent family in harm's way, because social media really is an open door. You invite the whole entire world into your life. Just be careful, because you never know who's out there and what intentions they've got. So I just wanted to wish you all the best. God bless you and your family, and I hope that you guys will have some wisdom and discernment after this, and really do these things I told you to do on the safety side. It will give you peace of mind. All right, guys, take care. Cheers.